What's up, everybody? It's your boy, esteemed wrestler Rick Nair, back with another episode of Point and Laugh, the show where I make you a better deck builder and a worse person by making an example out of those who have asked me earnestly for help. This week, we have, I forgot. A Doran player ruins my day by giving me exactly what I asked for. After that, an Is It Mathlete tears their ACL. And finally, we get to see Sydri's collection of special toys. Thank you all for your time. For everybody who subscribes to this video, I will allow my editor to resolve one additional card in Slay the Spire 2. Garrett! Show the people a word from our sponsors.
Hey dude, what's up?
Hey man, you coming tonight?
Yeah, I'm still coming to Commander Night.
Sick. Amanda's gonna be there, so make sure you wear something nice.
Oh, do you mean like a button-up?
What? No, she's your crush, not your accountant.
I mean, come on, dude, you know me. I own solid color t-shirts and clothes I can go to funerals in. What am I supposed to do? Oh my god.
What is it? What's happening?
I think it's like a ghost of my future self.
Are you okay? What's happening? What is he doing?
He's mogging me. But I kind of like the shirt he has on.
Ask him where he got it?
I think I'm going to be really good at dancing,
I don't think that's very important right now, man. Focus on the shirt. Ask him where he got the shirt.
Dude, I'm really going to be breaking it down.
I swear to God, if you do not ask him about the shirt... Into the AM. Your new home for sleeving yourself just as good as your commander decks. Use code MAULD for 10% off at the link in the description below. Arthur has sent in a deck for the competition as a roast because they will not be here during the competition, but liked the idea so much they paid $75 to put it in front of me. I have never wanted to ban a person for paying me money more in my life. This is insidious levels of intelligence gathering. Oh, this should be illegal, but I love money. I will accept it. I think that is extremely tuned and exammy to leverage my other deck review methods to force me to give away intel about what I like and don't like in a Stompy deck a week before the competition actually happens. Good job, Jarther. My idea of no ramp is almost guaranteed different from yours, so have fun judging me there. Perfect. Now, do I lie? Jarther, you dumb piece of shit. So we have Doran besieged by time. He cares about asymmetrical meat gang. Give everything trample, double everything, kind of recursion. Whenever a non-token creature you control is put into a graveyard, you can search your library for a copy of it. Why would we be copying creature cards? No. A million ways no. Every single time I have talked about this competition, I have said hundreds of dollars for you to show me your creativity with rampless Stompy. And you come into my office and you say, what if a third of the deck was one card? This is the work of a high-functioning alcoholic. That's so good with Doran, though. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even read this shit, TBH. I don't read y'all's titles. Angriest upvote of my fucking life. I wanted a tapestry of creative and interesting interactions that you were allowed to play because you didn't have to devote 15 slots to ramp. And we just looked at one squeaky boy and went, yeah, what if he was a third of the deck? This is like exactly what I wanted from an idea standpoint. 0 out of 10, actual execution. I hate it so much. I never want to see this deck in my life. I'm sending you to Siberia, the piss jug and a water bottle, and they're the same bottle. I just want to know if it works. All right, Rat 1, Rat 2, my boy Doran. So these are all 3-1s right now. Turn 4, I swing 2 5-3s. Turn 5, 5-10, a 5-3, a 5-3, another Rat Colony. We do that. So now these are 4-1s, so now they get 3-3, so there's 7 4s. I fucking hate you. I'm your brother who wanted you to get a good, honest job in the mailroom, and you're fucking Bob Odenkirk slipping rats into my goddamn suit jacket. He cast the same creature 5 times in a singleton format! Judge! Like, I know this is not the actual competition. I want to DQ this so bad, but I know in my heart that I'm the guy with the rule book going, but dogs can't play basketball, but rats can't play basketball, as a rat dunks on me overhand. So we have 3 rat colonies that are 4-1s. Beginning of combat, they go to 8-2. They have a 6 power toughness difference. They go to 14 8s. I swing 3 14-8s on turn 7. We fold hard to a board wipe, but if we fold hard to a board wipe, do we have options in this deck? Okay, dumbass. We have 5 mana, exile 1 rat from my graveyard, draw 28. Blood Bond March. When a creature spell is played, each player returns all creatures with the same name as that spell from his or her graveyard to play. What? That's the tasty shit right there. We're putting the rat players on with this one. Doran Besieged by Time is the new best rat colony commander. This is so sick. Mauled is an angry chef going to another restaurant and getting angry the food is so good. I am currently Gordon Ramsay being raked over the coals at my shitty pad thai. Okay, so we're mana fixed for a creature spell. That. I hit a land! Karumanics. I get a rat. So this one was slow as shit, but when we play Doran, so they're all 6/1s right now, 5 toughness difference. I swing 4 11/6s on turn 8. That's the bar we set. And we're trotting out 44 damage on 4 missed land drops. Dude, I love this. All right, Dark Boar, I get my first rat colony. Now I want to go tap land, second rat colony, get Doran. These are 4/1s because it's for every other rat. Swing a 7/4 and a 7/4, turn 4. Rat, who cares about rats? We have removal, recursion, go to combat, 7/4s, sack 1. And then at any point we can just echoing return. I don't have shit to say, bro. Shake my hand. That's amazing. I am eating the tomatoes and cucumber. I am having a loving memory of my childhood. This is beautiful. This is a complete evil deck. 30 rats is still a lot of rats. And we are still going like a rat deck is a rat deck is a rat deck. I really like some of these little garnishes. The reason I hate it is because this core here is like the usual suspects. But man, that is a great way to use Doran. We have very little removal, but we're seeing these every single game. And then there's just a lot of combat pressure. Big Apple's crazy. The reward I will give you for your efforts, Jarthur, is for competition purposes, I would let Doran through. It is very possible that you could get beaten out by somebody who had more involved execution. This idea is crazy good. It does play the same cards the first 5 turns of like every single game it plays. I do think you could get outcooked in a deck that was a little bit more funky in terms of how it got there, but the board presence you put down, the exploitation of your commander's text box, and the little bits of synergy you have picked. Round of applause. This is without a doubt the freshest rat deck I have seen in my life. So hats off to you for that. It is still a rat deck. Go to hell and die. Thank you very much for submitting. Million Ants has sent in a spooky deck. My love letter to my favorite colors. We're casting big, dumb, fun spells that absolutely ruin my mana curve. Is it, Heimer? It turns out bad spells get a lot better with a flying haste creature stapled onto them. So this is Rutha, the new Strixhaven Is It commander. Government funding. Almost certainly not enough. Hold on, let's check the curve. Disaster. Yeah. Abomination. Yeah? We're walking into the Gucci store with a $5 off coupon for Kroger, and we think that shit's gonna handle it? Think Tank has a little backup. You are trying to fund the CERN Super Collider, and you went, how about a monkey and some boobs? Are you under the impression that the Manhattan Project was just guys? That whatever general put that shit together was like, we gotta beat the Russians to the nuke. What are we gonna do? I have my friend James. He's out of work. I've been trying to get him a job wherever, but the grocery stores aren't hiring. Can we get him in? We gotta make a nuke! So we gotta have a little talk about how ramp works. Because we have some cost reduction in here. We have some cheatery. It is unfortunately combined with a complete disrespect for arithmetic. We have to know what mana value we are racing to. If you just had 10 2-mana ramp pieces, that's actually perfect if your deck comes together at 4 to 5 mana. You want to get to like 8, maybe 7. Some fun stuff starts to happen at 5, but we want 7 or 8. That means you need to run a chop shop. You need to get certified in elevator maintenance, brother. It's the only way you are affording this shit. I hate that I'm saying this. Only reasonable pick I've seen. Sorry, you've got 2. This is just the Is It Suicide Squad. Okay, big fun bombs. We want to keep all of these. They did make 17 nuclear devices. I like most of these. I like all but 1 of these. 2 of these. Yeah, I like all but 2 of these. That's so close to cooking. That's like an A minus. No, that's a B plus. Fuck. So So I love this commander. I love this archetype of is it big mana. Let's talk about what has gone wrong, because the number one thing that has gone wrong is we can't fucking count, which means our ramp has to be way greedier. Anytime you are trying to count to an amount of mana that is more than 5, you no longer want to be doing as many of these I spend 1 card to get 1 mana. You need to be going I spend 1 card to get 2 or more mana. So you can play big dumb shitheads like the Eternity Elevator, you can play things like Thrawn Dynamo, you can play things like Worn Power Stone, you can try to do big treasure generation, but end of the day, it's 8 fucking mana you gotta pay. What's our plan? That's a good plan. So if we want to waste money, we need money to waste. What does that let us do? Ramping on turn 2 lets us have 4 mana turn 3. We can use that for our commander. We can't use it for very much else. So that's another problem we have, is we're ramping on turn 2 to have either play our commander or have extra money on turn 3, and we can't use that extra money. So there's a little bit of an efficiency leak there. And then if we play Rutha on turn 3, we're going to go to turn 4 before anything happens. We're going to have 5 mana on turn 4. Life can kind of begin. We start to have some hits. We'll probably make a 3/3 with flying. What I would almost rather do is, instead of going ramp, Rutha, hang out a bit, I would like to go ramp, Rutha, and or Haymaker every turn until the end of time. It requires us to take very few turns off to set anything up. But to make that happen, we need more spells that are 4 mana or less, or, thereabouts. So we have Thrawn Dynamo. We have Everflowing Chalice, which could fit in very, very easily. We have the Windfalls that you've already put in, Hedron Archive, Worn Power Stone, Relic of Legends that can tap our commander because we're not going to be swinging our commander. We have Palladium Mirror, Descent into Avernus if we're a crazy person. And we're going to begin running out of good options after that. At which point, gotta start flashing people. Hit them with that cheese, brother.
Let me brighten your day!
You can begin copying your other mana rocks, or if you only draw 1 good mana rock, you can then copy that good mana rock. Like you can go Thrawn Dynamo into copy Thrawn Dynamo. Congratulations, you can now cast everything in your deck forever. The other thing I think we are missing on is right now we have mostly disconnected big funny spells from things that find the big funny spells. And with Izzet, like Season of Weaving's a great one. Inspired Tinkering's a great one. You have Alorian Revealed, right? And you're just trying to get my blood pressure up, and that's why I don't see it right now. You know of this card. You know the Hobbits speak game. It's in your considering. Because it fucking better be, I swear to God. I don't love Expressive Iteration in this deck. I love Dig Through Time. Oh my, I'm only kind of okay with Big Score. I don't love Seize the Spoils, Stock Up's okay, Treasure Cruise is amazing, Unexpected Windfall's great, but I think you can do so much more shit that is more expensive and gets you more. Unexpected Assistance. You can convoke your commander. I do think treasures are going to be very helpful to you. I think you will find them less necessary when your actual ramp doesn't suck gigabuns. That's just me personally. I think that is a lot like we're trying to get you on a new diet plan and you're going like, I really like smoothies though. I feel like smoothies are basically the big way forward, so I'm really in on smoothies. And I'm like, well, what about eating bread? And you're like, bread? I only eat gravel when I'm eating solid food. Crunch, 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 crunch. What if we had something that worked though? So what stuff works? I think Magnus does, Lutri doesn't. This guy kind of does, doesn't, does, super does, great, does not. Holy God, is this bad in this deck. I think what's leading you to play Brainstorm, Expressive Iteration, Stock Up right now is your opening hands can't bridge the gap, where we go land, efficient spell, uncastable horseshit. And we want to get to uncastable horseshit. But to get to this level, you need a goddamn elevator. You fucking punned on, by the way, you stupid son of a bitch. It's not that your deck has to be all these, but I think we need more of these to fill the gap. Because if you even just had like Worn Power Stone, I think we would be happy to land drop into Worn Power Stone and hope for the best. So we go land drop, land drop, land drop, Worn Power Stone. Land drop, commander. Seething Song, I have 8 mana. Amanatu's Augury. I think you either want her out on turn 3 or you want the biggest spell imaginable on turn 5. Million Ants, you can push back on this if this is antithetical. to what you believe. But I think the goal we want, by combat on turn 5, I want to cast an idiot spell, and I want to have a big dumb idiot to go along with it. So I think that means we can cast her on turn 4 if it means that we have ramped to do something really dumb on turn 5. What we can't do is wait until like turn 6, turn 7. And what we don't want is turn 4, do something whatever. Everything below bracket 4 is not about strong. It's about feeling something sexual. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be sexual, but it's about feeling something nice. And so with Rutha, what we want to feel, turn 5, big dumb idiot spell go. Every single game. So we get Aminachi's Augury. This is my instant. This is my sorcery. I see the dream now. The only thing standing in between you and your dream is a $9 rhinestone from Claire's. You gotta put a bullet in the brain of this otter right now. 1 mana off your instants and sorceries is not making that dream happen. The dog shit tap rock is focus up, brother. So we go turn 2, Ashling. Turn 3, paying the blue to flip her. I think I windfall. Treasure. So on turn 4, Rutha is at Signet. Turn 5, I have treasures. I have 2 mana from Ashling. I can dance with Calamity. So we're almost there. And the things that get you all the way there is we have to have something that makes more than 1 mana per card. They could hit 8 and 13. They could hit 8 and 5. Let's see. Let's gamble. You cast Dance with Calamity right now. 3, 5, 12. Do it again. 4, 7, 9. I swear to God, he's going to be why you fuck up. 13. Okay, maybe you... All right, you cast Dance with Calamity again. 3, 6, 8, 10. Oh, bro, I'm trying to root for you. Why is the big dumb Oppenheimer tap out deck running Arcane Denial? Get out of my fucking office, bro. Get out of my office. Fix your ramp. I sentence you to potential man prison. You've almost got it. Go tame Maharaga. Have a terrible day.
Videos like this are made possible specifically by our highest tier of Patreon support, so a very special thank you to Solar Movie, Fun, Bobby Joe Lord, Beefcake, Phelan, and Calamity. Thank you all, and know that I do love you more.
Okay, this is a spooky deck. Help nerds build Rube Goldberg machines from the junk in their workshop while throwing hammers to hold off dinos using fun artifacts, wizards, and artificers. That's moderately concerning that you said spooky, and then even Moxfield was like, yeah, this guy's a criminal. Okay, I would never take your big stompy lady from you. Okay, here it is. Extra turn combo, combo game winning, combo land hate, combo ping damage. You are a bastard. Removal. I left some Legos on the ground. We got a little bit of an energy mismatch going. Just check Sydri. I know what Sydri fucking does. I know for what, 3 additional mana you can make these a death-touching creature? You're very cute. You've left some goddamn Legos on the ground. Bracket 4 is aspirational. Messy workshop of amoral nerds who want to tutor for Rube Goldberg infinites. We're trying to build infinites out of unnecessarily complex artifact interactions. You know the Among Us noise plays when you tell me that and I see Unwinding Clock, right? Check out these unnecessarily complicated artifact interactions, then you show me Time Sieve, and I just go fisheye lens, right? I can kind of get it, because we're using really good stuff, and then some of the worst shit I have ever seen in my life. Brother. Dude. What is the utility? Making them feel bad for you? Don't worry, everybody. I can make it a 7/7. Oh, dude. I'm gonna be real, Onyx Goblet, I love. I think every problem you are having with this deck is coming from the fact that you have built a D&D campaign and not a commander deck. From the way you have written the title, to the way you have written the primer, to the way you have picked your removal, it is all very, I want to run a D&D campaign. If you think of it as a D&D campaign, well, the evil wizard who's also sexy has left a pile of poisonous traps in her lair that you must disable and try to get past if you are going to reach the end Stussy, which is the MacGuffin. And doing that does not work in bracket 4 ever. So if you want to do that, you can do it. Remember when we were doing mental health earlier in the stream and we were talking about like when you build a bracket 2 deck, the fact that it loses to a bracket 4 deck isn't a failure. You built it to be a bracket 2 deck. You have built this to be kind of like a D&D encounter. You want to have a very telegraphed win condition. You want it to be a big funny build up. You want it to be thematic. And I can see all the spots that the walls have begun to cave in because you're feeling the pressure of how do I do this quickly enough to beat the motherfuckers who are doing Krenko combo? And the answer is you can't. You have to lean into it being bad. This should have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The moment you were like, oh, well, it's bracket 4. It's okay if I tutor, and it's okay if it's not an artifact, but it's not okay if it's good. That's the point at which we maybe needed to accept our goal wasn't even to build bracket 4. It was to build a funny evening to have with our friends. So what I would recommend is if you want to do this bracket 4, you definitely can. I think you already know how to. And the answer is you play all the good tutors. That's it. The other answer, better ways to get my combo pieces. Right now it's fetches and on-theme card draw. I avoided game changers. For bracket 4. Great for D&D deck. I believe in the D&D deck. Horrible for bracket 4. So it looks like I get infinite mana. I then use that infinite mana to take infinite turns to draw my deck and do whatever, to kill everybody's lands or to kill the whole world. That is very mega mindy. That's perfect for the D&D energy.
It's not so great for the bracket 4 energy, I'm sorry to say.
You trying to sneak a fursona in here too? We gotta just play the shit that makes us draw the good card. Because your two options are play weak bracket 4, which is you put every good tutor in, and then you still have these like less efficient combos, or you lean fully into the character work, you come up with a voice, you buy a wizard hat, potentially a beard, maybe some fake boobies, and you do Gandalf big naturals every time you play the deck, and you make it theater. Beautiful part, you can do both. There is nothing that prevents you from making one version of this deck that is all thematic and another version of this deck that is like, here are the combos I like. The theme of this deck is it lets me play the combo I like, you bitch. You get to do whatever the fuck you want because it's bracket 4 and that's what you want to do. And then you bring like a little speaker and you blast Freebird anytime you assemble this fucking convoluted infinite mana, infinite turns engine. And then you're there. The other thing you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have a better time if more of your removal is a board wipe. In Commander right now, threats continue to outpace answers more and more and more and more and more and more and more. So if you have a slow plan, you have to be packing board wipes because everybody's playing some shit that has to die every fucking turn. You just can't let them get away with it. Battle of Bywater, check that out. Dusk and Dawn, on an artifact. Expel the Interlopers, you get to pick. I am about to save Caltrops. Surprise, there was still shit on those Legos. You now have sepsis. Slaughter the Strong, very, very mana efficient. Unstable Glyph Bridge, another artifact that will allow you to spare Sydri, and then will turn into a flying stacks piece. Oh. So yeah, those are a bunch of great board wipes you can use that won't fuck you over and will fuck over everybody who's bullying you. And then I think you're home. We just have to split the two decks, and then I think you have two very healthy decks for very different reasons, and one of them you've kept the most critical combos you enjoy, and then the other is like D&D deck, and also I blow up your asshole sometimes, as women who look like this do. I'm putting you under a little confused. I think that's two decks in a trench coat, because I like both ideas that are contained within these decks. So Bonsai, thank you so much for sharing this with us.